Batman is facing off against Deadpool, and DC and Marvel are finally giving us a first look at their big next comic book crossover. Let's talk about it. Hello, everyone. Dan here from the Next Issue Podcast. On today's video, we're going to be doing a first look at Marvel and DC's next comic crossover, which is finally revealed as Deadpool and Batman. This is from Entertainment Weekly, with an article by Nick Romano. So back in February at Comics Pro, which is the comic book panel for retailers in the comic industry, Marvel and DC announced through their editors in chief that they are quietly assembling something they haven't done in a long time, which is a crossover event. This probably was rooted in the success of the reprinting of the Marvel vs. DC book from after George Perez passed. Marvel and DC decided to reprint that, and it probably it went very well. Probably I wasn't able to get one, so that's how well they sold. Uh, so I think that I'm very interested into this crossover, right? Because of course we're getting two different books. We're getting a Marvel book and we're getting a DC book. So this is going to be a two one shots. And in the article from Entertainment Weekly, they reveal that Marvel's Merc with the Mouth and DC's Dark Knight will collide. On the Marvel side, Zeb Wells, who is currently writing Spider-Man comics, will write this book. I don't know. We have a cover by Greg Capullo, but I don't know if we have. Yeah, it looks like it will be art by Greg Capullo, which is now doing stuff at Marvel. But obviously, he's worked on. I mean, my favorite stuff from Greg Capullo is his Batman stuff. So that'll be really fun. That'll kick off in September 17th, and it's a story of how Wade Wilson is hired for a job in Gotham City that puts him in the crosshairs of the world's greatest detective. This will also have some backup adventures, which may feature some Marvel and DC character matchups. That'll be really interesting. So, on the other side, we have DC bringing together a creative heavyweights team to tackle their one-shot Batman Deadpool, which will launch in November from writer Grant Morrison, legendary writer Grant Morrison. Oh my goodness. They had teased that Grant was doing a book pretty soon, and I feel like a lot of us felt like it would be this crossover, and we were right on. Grant Morrison, obviously, a writer and scribe of All Star Superman, Batman and Son, which both are inspirations for some of the movies that are upcoming. And then we also have artist Dan Mora, who, very similar to Greg Capullo, has an immense amount of credits. Like, he's one of the hottest artists over at DC right now, handling the flagship titles like the Justice League and just doing a plethora of covers. This will also have some backup stories and adventures, that we'll see. So, this is just something that's very important. I don't think we don't really have a synopsis for the Batman Deadpool book right now, but man, oh man, the fact that these things are happening, like, I would have never imagined. I'm gonna end up buying so many covers, so many of these, and I hope that it is a big success, because I want to see more of this stuff. I think it's so much fun when these publishers collaborate on stuff, and then they put such talented writers. I mean, come on, we have Zeb Wells has been doing some really fun stuff. If you haven't read Wells' Hellions for Marvel, you're definitely missing out. I will say the Spider-Man story was not really something that I really enjoyed, but it's still pretty fun. I know there's an audience for it, and then of course Grant Morrison, like I mentioned, they are just true titan when it comes to comic book writing. And then two of my favorite artists, Greg Capullo, Dan Mora. I will be very excited and maybe asking Greg Capullo about stuff like this upcoming weekend at Fan Expo Dallas, as of the recording of this video. So yeah, interesting stuff. Very excited. Let me know, what do you think of this upcoming crossover? What do you want to see? Who else should be doing a crossover? Like, what other characters should do a crossover? Or which other creatives should be writing and working on these crossovers? Let me know all that down in the comments. And of course, thank you for watching and stay tuned because we will be talking about more comic book news, also comic reviews, trailer reactions, TV recaps, movie reviews, all that fun stuff here in the channel. So make sure you have shared, like, subscribe, left a comment, and of course, hitting the bell so you know when we go live. That is most Saturdays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, where we talk about comic books and all these cool things. So thank you for watching once again. And man, I cannot wait. Make sure to go pre-order these things at your shop as soon as you can so you don't miss out on the biggest crossover maybe in our lifetimes. I mean, I don't know. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.